Oh no!
I need to show you a video of me doing stand-up badly because you showed one last time. And 3,
I tried to, but I was just so talented.
I know, yeah, you tried to.
Just like intangible red flag territory. Like he's not saying anything
Oh,
specific,
interesting.
But like just as he's talking, you're like, do not be in a room alone with this man.
Yeah, 100%.
So we can all love each other. No.
All right, great. Okay, great. This is great. What about him is an intangible red flag? Is it a way he appears, way he talks, hand gestures?
Do you know what the word intangible means?
All right, I'm gonna go have a piss. Ashley, you're in charge.
I'm in charge. Bitches.
I went down on a juicy poozy, and
Uh-oh, got a fart in this chair. Is gonna make it reverberate. Hey, wait.
John.
Hey.
Oh no. Everybody else,
Hey.
What's going on? I'm just waiting for music. I thought you were getting music. Oh, I thought you were just getting music.
How my penis gets born.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Here's a shed.
The ice cream cones came with a little metal packet that is just full of sugar. It's just full of sugar to be poured into the cones.
I got what has the Japanese not gotten a hold of, perfected, and then when everyone was like, "You did it," they went, "And now we'll begin." And you're like, "No, you fixed it. It was fixed. Do not break it." Like, no, we got to break this.
I still have some more questions.
Go ahead.
John Hastings is on America's Got Talent for 5 minutes, and now he's got houses in LA and London.
That's right.
Yeah.
You kept a house in London?
Yeah, I've kept a house in London.
Update: not sugar.
There's no fluid tasting enough to warrant sucking it out of him. Yeah. No, but it was did he do it when he was then in the band when they were the 4 Bee Gees that brief time before then his heart exploded?
Wow.
I'm not saying anything that didn't happen. That is what happened to him.
I'm a predator.
And it was going awesome. And we even started having drinks at a bar, and we each had girlfriends with us, whatever. We're having a great time until I got comfortable enough to go, hey, we share a birthday,
As someone who's been eternally single.
Go ahead. Is it your fault? Yes. No, I'm sorry.
Stop tweeting after your dates, Ashley. Stop tweeting after your dates.
Oh, bad news, Paul. You're getting a Batman bet.
This is not bad news. I am so pleased.
Support them.
But you know what's more important than helping people's mental health?
Fuck you, John.
I'm just saying. Tom, you're a comedy fan.
Here's what happened. So I came up after she finished a couple times.
How did you
I'm not one's not enough.
What a
you go for 2. That's how you start it out.
Smoother crunchy.
And then Jesus, boom. And so so when I emerged, I went to kiss her and she just grabbed my face and she sucked it all out of my beard.
So hurtful.
That's a literary reference. Oh no, I gotta.
Hey, he can't tie me out now. I'm the only one here. Books, pages. Right. Verb, noun, adjective. Nice. Someone give me that.
I'm very prone to bullying.
No, you're talking about Andy Gibb.
I am talking about Andy Gibb. Pardon me.
Get your Gibbs straight if you want to come at me, bro.
Sorry.
Those nice bearded men and their Aryan friends seem like they're doing very different shows.
Marion's got pink eye. She touched her in hole.
I tried to. It crawled away too quickly.
It's difficult with tea. Sometimes you try and tune it and you get Assam.
I'm officially declaring it. Jordan is the governor general of this stream.
God damn it, guys. I took Ritalin today. I can only focus on one thing at a time.
What is happening right now?
The Canadians are coming.
Christian and Irish Ashley combined to make the ultimate team. Better than any wet dream. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream. John's the CEO and Boomer. Ashley's the real leader. Chris brings the vibes and juices as our enjoyment increases. Welcome to the Untitled Twitch stream.
Oh, it didn't work. Chris, are you there? Chris, I can't hear you. Chris, you're muted. Chris is muted.
My video like froze.
Oh, Chris, you're muted too, you fucking loser.
My video froze, so I didn't know when it was ending. All I had was the picture of the building, and it said Boomer Inc. on it. I don't know where the fuck we are. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
I didn't sleep at all last night.
Neither did I. Well, listen, I'm staying with a friend, and
your Japanese friend?
My Japanese friend had to get up because, as we all know, I'm staying with a Japanese businessman, and they had to get up to go to Tokyo to do business. Tokyo
wow.
is code for Denver, and business is code for actual business. Anyway, they haven't flown or traveled at all in COVID, and so it's just a thing of like, they were just a bit worried about the flight and all that, and it was like a super early flight, so I was like, listen, like I was just like, I had never had to be
Business
what's up,
is code for destroying your bussy?
Everyone knows that code is pleasure, Beardy Noise. Everyone knows that's code for. Also, is bussy back pussy? Because
it's butt pussy. Yeah,
I prefer the Australian front and back pussy to refer to the buttocks. And
I did, but now that I've heard butt pussy, I don't know, man.
I know
there's some poetry to it.
But it's funnier though if you embrace back pussy, because then you can say front pussy. Because front pussy is just a vagina.
Why just call that the puss puss?
No.
You got a butt pussy and a puss puss.
No, because it sounds like the
and then I got a dick pussy.
Of course I have a dick pussy, and I prefer boy pussy.
Boy pussy, the original bussy.
Ooh, oh man, I gotta tell you, if women really want to end catcalling, they just need to start shouting from cars, "Hey, let me see your boy pussy." That will end it within weeks.
You think so? A surprising number of dudes will just hit a lady.
No, that's why you do it from your car.
As you're going?
Exactly. Because then they break their hand on your fucking window. They're weak. Hit them with your car.
Mine is, I stand by, I had this in my first hour. I must have said it on stream before. I think that it would all end if women A, learn Krav Maga, and B, learn the simple truth that it only takes, I think, 10, 15 pounds of pressure to tear an ear off. Just to tear an ear off the guy's head. And you tear off, you get a stream of like up and down the, let's say just the UK, up and down the UK, let's say 30 ears in 1 week. Dudes are going to start watching their mouths.
No, you're wrong. You picked the wrong country. America, yes. English people would then launch a political campaign to discuss how women have always been after our ears. They always say we don't listen, yet they're taking our ears. This is the problem with women. We're going to hold a vote to vote out all women. They'll hold that vote. It will win, but by a narrow margin that you could never count as a majority. They'll say it's the will of the people. They'll then somehow blame the women for negotiating things like, no, we're not going to keep letting you have sex with us and treat us like we're part of your society. And then when the UK is only men, they'll be like, our society is over. Exactly how we wanted it.
See, I think you're underestimating the power of violence. Violence is the most effective thing. Is you guys start losing ears, and they start being like, you know what? All of a sudden, their friends are like, "Don't say it, man." It becomes that meme of the guy going like this and his friend holding him back.
Any other country, you're 100% correct.
No, I think especially the UK. Absolutely. They're terrified of violence in the UK. They're terrified. Terrified.
No. They act like they're terrified of violence?
No, they act like they're not terrified. And then you step up to them and you go, all right, let's go. And they go, oh, I'm sorry. And they walk away.
That's not, no.
It's been absolutely my experience. I'm speaking from personal experience here. This has always been the case. Not once has a dude thrown at me when I've stepped to him.
All of those people are not the people that would shout at women.
Oh no, they were. They were guys who were literally like this close to women at bus stops, and the woman's like, "Please leave me alone." And then I go, "Hey man, you're gonna stop what you're doing right now." And they go, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." And then they don't bother the woman.
How many times?
3 that I can think of off the top of my head.
You were lucky those 3 times.
No, that's almost
100%.
every British guy. Almost every British guy is talk. Almost every guy in the world is talk.
Almost every guy in the world is talk.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Ear rip any other country but England would work. England would not work. They'd blame women for it.
They'd try to, but they would also stop yelling.
Here's what you're not. They wouldn't.
They'd have friends
because
who
you're
wouldn't have
not.
ears anymore.
You're wrong. British people don't count their friends' misfortune as their own because there's an inherent selfishness to them, in the way that if they did, they would listen to each other. Yeah, this is again, Tet, great point. Yeah. Who blew Mama of Goblins? You were lucky.
Nah, man. I've lived there for 12 years, and I served all these drunk fucks. I know what they're like. I know how to stop them from being that.
Kimmers B, you were definitely lucky. I had to call. And by the way, you were in Brighton.
Nope, London.
London. You worked at the Hawksmoor. Who was?
I've served British people from all over the country. But I did that only in Brighton, or only in London, never in Brighton. Central London, Saturday night.
No, you got lucky. Yeah. You absolutely got lucky. I am twice.
Agreed, but men clearly aren't changing it. So you tear some ears off, and you set an example.
Yeah, Beardy Noise and I also go for the same point.
Yeah. Oh. Well, they actually, you'd be fucking surprised, but these aren't. I didn't do it in Hawksmoor. Talking Trafalgar Square, waiting for the night bus, 2 a.m.
I still say you were lucky. I wanted to say this.
The numbers speak for themselves.
No, they don't. The entire chat and me are both being like, you were just lucky based on
all hypothetical. Instances. All hypothetical. I'm batting 1,000. I'm batting 1,000.
No, you haven't hit the ball 1,000 times.
Never had them. That's not how it works.
Yeah, it is. Go ahead, Beardy Noise. We want to know what. Also, may I just say hello, podcast listeners?
Hey, podcast listeners.
This will be a short episode. I'm very tired. I'm very
fucking
tired,
exhausted. Why? So you woke up early?
I woke up early because my Japanese friend was flying out, and their alarm went out, and I woke up, and apparently I remember doing this. I woke up, turned it off, and then they were like, "What the hell? That was my alarm." And I was like, "Nah, I know." And then I kind of was asleep.
Message from Steven. Go fuck yourself, listeners. Listeners, you're well acquainted.
I want you all to know, by the way, that is coming in from Tet879, who's sending that message in from Steven, who's not here yet. So I just got up super early, and then here's the problem with here's something you're going to learn about when you have to go back to the UK is you'll just wake up with 40 emails about a thing you then need to address. A bunch of people going, when's John going to chime in on this? And it's like, I was asleep. You all know I'm 8 hours behind you.
Yeah.
So I woke up and did a bunch of stuff that I was like, okay, that. And then I was like, all right, the Unemployment Agency of California is back at it again. Sent me another message being like, you owe us this money. And I was like, I keep telling you, I'm not paying it. I appeal. So I had to send a whole thing, get all that ready because I leave for Dubai tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I go to mail it. It's Columbus Day. Who the fuck?
Oh, shit. It's also, I think, is it Indigenous Peoples Appreciation Day in the States today? Didn't they put that on the same day as Columbus Day?
No, that is only there. That's only like that in the Bay Area, particularly Berkeley. Everywhere else, it's still Columbus Day.
Oh, yeah, but I think it's officially Indigenous Peoples. I think Joe Biden announced that it's an official national thing now.
And they put it on the same day as Columbus Day?
Yeah. I think they're hoping that it'll replace it without officially taking it back.
No.
Yeah. Who Blue's saying it?
It's some states have changed. Biden has made a speech and said the words. Shut up, CNN, with your ads. Chris, you can't hear this, but there's so many ads on CNN right now. There's 2 different ads playing on the news site. Oh, I hate this so much.
Ludicrous. Yeah, no, it's what started in
There's a
1977.
third ad playing, Chris. A third ad.
What started in 1977 as a day of respect at a discrimination conference has now become a national holiday honored by President Joe Biden. It's a national holiday now. Indigenous Peoples Day, which honors Native American history and culture, falls on the calendar on the same day as Columbus Day, first recognized as a national holiday in 1934 by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. So what he's done is he's taken what is already a national holiday and just been like, also this one. But he hasn't taken away Columbus Day because he knows that that'll fucking be Jan 6th, number 2. And so he's just hoping that it'll sort of sublimate the original.
Oh, this is very funny. Okay. 130 cities across the country have changed it to Indigenous Peoples Day from Columbus Day. But and then the following states have here. There's one of these states, not surprising. Alaska has just changed it to straight up Indigenous Peoples Day. Hawaii has always observed a different day called Discoverers Day, not Columbus Day, which
Where
I'm
they
like,
just set a bunch of fires.
yeah. We remember.
Yeah.
Also,
You're still here.
Also, I'm gonna say this: Hawaii, my favorite state flag. Do you know what the state flag of Hawaii is?
Just a white dude being set on fire.
No, it's the Union Jack with just the stripes from the American flag. King of Hawaii liked those. He's like, I like the American flag. I like the Union Jack. Put them together. And they're like,
no shit.
What? And he's like, listen, that was told to me in a bar, and I never looked it up because
we're gonna look at it right
wanted
now.
To be true.
It's
what the flag is. The flag's great. I don't know if that's the reasoning behind it.
I'm gonna bring it up right now.
But I hope to God it is.
That's awesome.
Look at that.
Oops. That's so funny.
Isn't that fun? What I also like is it's like, it's our flag now.
Yeah.
Now who's the oppressors?
Yeah, we did our own thing.
Yeah, it's not Yui, it's Maui. All right, hang on. I really enjoy that Hawaii never celebrated Columbus Day. I love it so much. The American flag is just the East India Company flag remix. What's the East India Trading Company flag?
Looking into it.
I assume that's just a white guy stabbing a brown guy.
Let's see. Oh shit, it is. Oh my god.
No.
I mean, I'd need to look into dates and stuff like that and see when it happened, but I feel like the Dutch East India Company
Can you bring it up?
Was I'm doing it right now. Predates it. So
was it the Dutch East India? I thought the Dutch East India Company weirdly was a different company than the East India Company, but obviously it probably wasn't.
I don't know.
Also, how angry were you when you found out all the pirates were just English guys from Bristol? When I found that out, I was like, oh.
Yeah, and that's why the pirate accent is all ours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Yeah, and also a lot more pirates would have, all right, me love.
All right, me lubber. That's why they said landlubber. All right, me lover.
Yeah, shiver me timbers. Do you assume a really hack UK comedian has done that joke already?
Guaranteed. Yeah, for sure. And I bet they're Bristol based.
Coming in from Grim Goose, Dutch East India Company, VOC flag. Pardon me, I'll bring this up. Is just the VOC logo on the Dutch flag, as far as I know.
Okay, so 2 different East India trading companies. Huh.
The pirate accent being that way is because of Robert Newton. Who's Robert Newton?
I don't know. Pirate accent is Cornish because one guy famously played long. Oh, gotcha. Robert Newton must have been an actor, and he was Cornish. And so that became how that one impression of Nixon became the impression that everyone does of Nixon. That was how people saw pirates.
A much better politician. Personally, for me, my favorite is the weird news piece he did where he just talked about his dog. That's Checkers, and I love him.
Oh, nice.
Don't look at my daughters.
And wigs. I was thinking about that today.
Who's that?
That's the Norm impression of Nixon, where he's doing the Frost Nixon thing. It's like, I suppose you could say that there were listening devices or bugs and wigs.
Who is your favorite American president? Like, no judgment, just the one where you were like, you did, wow. All right. Because I got to tell you, Nixon's in my top 3 in terms of like, what a fucking psycho. Like, you invented the EPA, created the diplomatic relationship America now has with China. We're responsible.
I heard that was actually more Carter, and I'm curious if you've heard anything about that.
I mean, it was a lot of it. No, but it couldn't have been more Carter because Carter was after him.
Yeah, but I heard that Nixon did the grandstanding, so there was like the press things, but the actual work to open up China, that was Carter.
Yeah, there was a lot. Well, it's one of those things where no one talks about diplomacy. Is it takes for years and years and years of like continually tending the garden. But Nixon, Nixon was the only politician powerful enough at the time to literally just fucking go, because he won such a mandate in his sectional election and was like, in that weird way that no one likes to talk about because he was such a racist, police-loving, fascist bag of shit in one way, but very popular.
Oh, yeah.
Very popular.
I mean, all those words do describe America.
To everyone, by the way, for the fact that I'm lying down during the stream, I'm just mid-pack, and it was either do this or unpack 5 things. So I'm laying down.
Yeah. Did Roosevelt do the park system?
I think he did. Teddy Roosevelt, yeah. Also, Teddy Roosevelt kept giving a speech after he was shot and when he was the police commissioner of the NYPD, because he didn't like sleeping, would just hang out in Central Park and arrest people.
Wow.
Teddy Roosevelt, definitely a psychopath.
They're all psychopaths. That was one of the best things that Rick and Morty did is, they kept the president as Obama the whole time so that nobody could accuse them of doing anything. And then second, that speech that he gives about like, no matter who's the president, they're a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
And the way that they explain it is just like, ace. Yeah, none of them are well. Maybe Jimmy Carter, but even he seems like a fucking...
No, Jimmy Carter was such a control freak that he wouldn't... Jimmy Carter alienated both parties. Do you know how hard it is?
He's just a peanut farmer.
Nah, he's more than that.
It's not Obama, but it's Obama.
It's
not Morgan
Keith
Freeman.
David.
There have only been
Keith
2
David.
black presidents. It's Obama and Morgan Freeman, and it's not Morgan. So
I remember when that movie came out, when Deep
I love
Impact
Keith David
came out, and there were articles like the unrealistic nature of having a black president, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, I've been trying to work at this joke for a while.
They say representation doesn't matter.
Well, here's the thing: is
10
I've said
years.
this before, and I'll say it again. Generation X were the biggest bags of shit ever, which is, it's like, excuse me, my generation, the millennial generation, I was in the workforce a year. Boom.
Apologies.
Black president. Boom. Black president. Like, do you understand?
Are you taking credit for that? Is that what you're saying?
All millennials are taking credit for Obama. That was us. Obama, us.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Other things that were good.
Also,
us.
yeah.
Yeah. It's more just that everything you look at in the 90s, like in the year 1999, people were like, we're 40 years away from gay marriage and weed being legal. And then literally just people were like, no, but do it though. And then people were like, yeah, all right.
Fair
and
enough.
they're like, is that all that took, you fucks?
Well, I'm trying to write a bit right now about this new generation and trying to like bridge the gap. So I've got do you have an audience that you write for when you write things?
No.
Like someone in mind?
No, I write it for me.
When I write I write everything for me. Everything makes me laugh first. But then when I write anything that's like lowercase p political, I've always got dudes from my hometown in my head. So like, how would I convince them? And because that's who I'd rather speak to. So there's like sort of 2 groups of it. There's the ones that will like speak to the people that they already agree with them, and that's fun, and that makes them feel safe and whatever. I'd rather talk to the people that don't know, and you can sort of sway them. So I've always got them in mind. I've got one friend in particular that I don't want to name because he might watch this stream, in mind at all times whenever I write this, and I'm like, would this work on him? And I'm trying to write this thing where I That's actually, I finally watched Chappelle's special.
Oh, I watched it too. What did you think of it?
I think that the only people that should watch it are because I don't think it was very funny, like comedy wise. It doesn't really. There's a couple good laughs in it, but I think I laughed maybe 3 times in it.
The Space Jews runner was one of the most open mic, badly constructed jokes.
Wild, absolutely wild. But so I think that the only people that should watch it are non-trans allies. And they should watch all of his specials because it's a fascinating, like you can almost see it in real time happen where he gets a bee in his bonnet, and that's in the early ones, and then gradually he's anti-oppression in his heart, but there's something about the way this community, he's rubbed them wrong and he can't get it out of his head, and now he's fucking spiraling about him.
I've thought about it for 2 days. I've thought about it for 2 days. I can explain it.
Well, let me finish and then you jump in. And so you can watch him descend from this is a joke to I'm very mad and I want to support you, but I sort of can't because my pride won't let me and I've lost my mind and no one's telling me the right things in my camp. And that, for me, like an ally's job that isn't part of the community, your job is to talk to the people that won't talk to the people in that community. Like Dave Chappelle won't hear anything from a trans person that disagrees with him. He just won't hear them. And that's a lot of people that are sort of in between wanting to support but not being able to support for whatever fucking bullshit reason they have. And I think that that's an ally's job. And so you can watch it happen and sit and take notes and just watch the ways in which he descends into this weird anti-trans madness. And that will arm you for dealing with people in your real life. I think that for that, it's very useful. Otherwise, it was a fucking waste of millions of dollars.
Dave Chappelle's whole Netflix run proves that he's not a good comedian. He is a bad comedian. He is wallowing in a decision he made.
Yeah.
We always wondered, what is it like to walk away from $50 million? And everyone assumed that he did it going, I don't like the content I'm making anymore. I'm walking away. I don't need the money. When he said, I walked instead of taking $50 million and you're on the bus, I wanted to go, do you want a pat on the head? Like, what do you want from this? Your sacrifice for the black community in your head was you didn't take $50 million. You just made that back by being the hero for free. Fuck you, Dave Chappelle. Like, is that what, like, I couldn't understand what any of his points were. I couldn't understand.
I think I understood that one.
I understood that, but he's just wallowing in self-pity. I'm being hyperbolic. He's wallowing in self-pity. He's not thinking through any of his points. He's not understanding the power at which he's conveying, and he's not understanding the trans community is allowed to say we don't like a joke about you, and you are allowed to not like it. You aren't allowed to bang on about it for 7 specials and not be funny in any of those 7 specials.
Yeah.
And also, I'm so like how about this? Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Write a punchline. Dave Chappelle. You're just a drunk guy.
Well, he's still drunk guy. His race stuff was all right. Like, I thought his Juicy Smoulier bit was fucking amazing.
It's fine.
That was very funny. I love that one. But again, that was a race one. That was,
it's also that thing
because that's his wheelhouse.
But it's also like, dude, like, you wrote that? That didn't even seem, that seemed like he literally walked on stage and did that, and they went, oh, all right, we'll go for it. And then all of these photos with him with famous people, this, like, I'm like, it was so fucking weird. And also, what is it helping? How is it helping you?
Oh yeah, no, he fixated and then spiraled. Like, he just couldn't get it out of his head. He couldn't shrug it off. And he's been getting people hating him since he was a new comic because of all the shit he said about white people. It wasn't as widely circulated because the internet wasn't what it was. He wasn't the Dave Chappelle fame-wise that he is now.
But I also don't understand.
Like, so this isn't new, but he can't break out of it, and you can see it in his head. His whole hour was about it.
I'm sorry, that joke about one trans person So the joke was, I helped out someone.
Yeah.
They were bad. I made fun of them. They killed themselves.
There was more to it than that, but those are the
I
main
didn't.
beats.
What was the point? Like it was going.
It was that he had a trans friend. It was his version of, but my black friend says it's okay. Yeah.
Yes, I know. And it was. I was like, I couldn't believe he did that.
Yeah, that was
I
wild.
couldn't believe like a bunch of, and I also can't believe like, what I couldn't believe is that like Netflix released it. That's fine. That is their purview. I don't have to like everything. I don't have to like find everything funny.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is Netflix is now like doubling. I read one article where like the head of Netflix is like, it's not transphobic. Again, I don't know if he actually did. I don't know.
You don't
what
have to take that
context.
stance.
That's exactly
you
what
don't
I'm
got to
talking
do that.
about. Is because Dave Chappelle is been positioned as sort of a lightning rod. It's you have to pick a side, and it's like there was no fucking side to this a year ago. Chris is, by the way, just turned into a turf. That's why he just muted his microphone. He was not coughing. He was just going, JK was right. JK was right. JK was right. Like, do you know
I thought I muted myself. Oh no. Oh
no. But like that whole team turf, also saying gender is a fact does not negate the trans community. Do you know, all gender exists. Okay.
Sure.
So to be a human, you have to come out of a woman's vagina. All right. Neither of those points are negating the existence of a trans person, you fucking asshole.
It's like if chemists, after discovering helium, were like, elements exist. It's like, we found boron. And they're like, no, elements.
Only fun elements.
Yeah.
There's only
the
four.
ones I grew up with.
Yeah. Earth, wind, fire.
Well, that eats fucking anti-trans people sound a lot like Pluto is a planet people to me.
Hey, here's a question: when the band Earth, Wind, and Fire was a band, was there originally a fourth one which was Water, and then they got rid of him?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because I'll tell you,
I feel like their manager called himself Water.
That was the big pause where I was like, was that the band before? Yeah. I just couldn't understand it. And it's just, I also don't understand. Here's something else I was thinking about where I went, why do we give a fuck with Dave? Like every comedian, there are battle drawings being long every time one of his special comes out.
Yeah.
Here's what I would like to say to everyone, which is, to all comedians, you know what Dave Chappelle has done? You're all better than Dave Chappelle as a comedian. You're all better than him. He put out 7 hours.
So many hours.
Half an hour of good jokes in 7 hours.
Well, that was
not even Alex from Laughing Horse has given such shit comedians so much time. Do you understand? Alex from Laughing Horse cuts you off 3 bad hours. Get out of there, Jem Brooks, you weird drunk guy who wear the same suit every day who I once saw just walk out of a bush on the side of a highway. Get the fuck out.
Well, you know what especially bums me out about it, just from a comics point of view, not a humanity thing. Is
it because I've been right all along about how bad Dave Chappelle has become? I'll accept your apology anytime, Chris.
No, he's still. I mean, there's some fucking great moments on the specials, and there's some special things that he did. But I think the bird revelation is like a cool thing that happened. But here's like what I think he was trying to do is to go from being one of the best joke writing, delivering comedians of all time, which is Killing Me Softly, and what's the other one?
It's Killing Him Softly. For what it's worth is
for
fine.
What it's worth. Yeah. So for what it's worth is fine. But Killing Me Softly is like a top 10 all time comedy special. It's fucking amazing. But he was like, well, I did that, and then he was like, and then I revolutionized sketch comedy shows with the Chappelle Show, and now he's like, okay, well, what's my next chapter? He did every American sketch show stole the concept of the Chappelle Show since then.
Yeah, but I don't think he
that's revolutionized.
No,
when everything changes, when everyone changes to copy it,
no, that's not a revolution. What that is, that is one network trying to get another golden goose.
Yeah,
and it worked. And also, by the way, he did not revolutionize that by himself.
No, of course not. But
he did it with one other guy.
One of the main driving forces behind it. I mean, it's impossible to say he wasn't a big part of it.
I'm not saying he wasn't a big part of it. I would say he did not revolutionize sketch comedy. I would say he did a very good version of a sketch comedy format, which has existed forever. The Richard Pryor show was literally just the Dave Chappelle show. The Carol Burnett show was literally just the Dave Chappelle himself said, all I did was I watched Playboy After Dark, or one of the Playboy shows.
Yeah, that's right.
And he went, it's that, but instead of pitching to a jazz pianist and Noam Chomsky, it's sketches.
Fair enough.
So you're like, okay.
Yeah. But he had the biggest sketch comedy show in the world for a period.
I'll give you. There you go.
So he had the biggest one for a while. Thank you very much for following Johnny Sims.
Oh, 69.
Funny would it be if that was the real Johnny Sims? Welcome. Thank you. Welcome to the Troggies.
I'm
But
more of a fan of his wife, Kissa.
she's pretty talented. But so what I think, I'm here no more fear. All right. But so what I think, what it felt like he was trying to do is going like, I've done all the writing stuff. I've made my contribution that way to stand up. Now I'm going to opine. I'm going to think out loud, and I'm going to just let whatever comes, because I've already proven what I've got. And it's like, all right, whatever, man. That's an ego trip. If you can do it, fucking amazing. And if you can't, well, you're going to look like an asshole. That's on you. And I think that if he stuck to race, we could have gotten some very interesting things. I think the George Floyd thing that he did was a pretty remarkable thing to do in such a short period of time. It was amazing because that's his pocket. He's a race guy. That's where all his best material is. How old is 15 really is one of my favorite bits of all time. I really think that's a perfect stand-up bit. But then he got this weird trans thing that definitely started with like an offhand joke. And then he got a reaction that I think he couldn't get over the fact that for someone who mastered a real hot button issue in America for so long, he couldn't master this one, and his ego couldn't allow him to be wrong. And so he kept having to fight to prove that he understood and everyone else was an idiot and he's ahead of the time. And to watch him unravel like that was fucking fascinating.
I think you're endowing him with superpowers.
Yeah,
here's what I think it is. And I've known people like this. Daniel Kitson's like this. And Daniel Kitson had to remove himself from the world.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle was the best stand-up comedian in New York at 19. There were people on the ground that have said that.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Chappelle, for a long time, did not have to try. He was a very talented...
But he did, though. You could see the work was there. He didn't have to, but he tried. He fucking tried.
He tried.
Yeah.
And then here's what happened when he started doing the Chappelle show. So he did For What It's Worth, bunch of development deals, all that sort of stuff. He's das Wunderkind of Hollywood. He does Chappelle show. Exactly what you said he heard. This show has revolutionized everything. You did it by yourself, Dave. No, Dave, you didn't. You did it with one other guy.
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle then walked away from that. And that was fine. But Dave Chappelle got very angry that everyone else did. This is what's never talked about Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle lashed out and claimed that Neil Brennan did not work on the show the extent that he did. He said he was just being nice, even though it's on recordings and contracts. There was a giant falling out. He fell out with Charlie Murphy. He fell out with all of those guys because they went, we have contracts. We can't walk away from this show.
Yeah.
And he went, well, fuck all of you. And he went away. That's all fine, but you're taking a stand, Dave. They're not taking a stand.
Yeah.
He then comes back after many years, and his stand-up was not at the level it should be because he wasn't trying at the level he was doing it before. Here's the problem. He now has an ego the size of the fucking universe because when he went away, a bunch of people saw one really good special in that sketch show and we're like, this guy's a fucking genius. And he didn't have the balance in his life to weather it. So he then made those specials. Because bear in mind, those first two specials he produced on his own and then just gave them to Netflix. He was offhandedly...
He was going to shelve them. He even said, he's like, they're not ready. And they're like $50 million. He went, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the thing. And then he did all this stuff. What those specials were supposed to be were supposed to be for what it's worth. That Netflix didn't want to be embroiled in this fucking scandal because in the end, those are not good comedy specials.
No, definitely not. They're moments, but it's not a good special. You'd never release that hour.
Okay,
you wouldn't bring those hours up to Edinburgh.
No, my God.
Let alone fucking record them and put them out to the world. That you would never do.
And what it again is it's a really good lesson of ego and also that sort of thing of Dave Chappelle's also a man who's almost 50 and the world has changed around him pretty rapidly and he's not willing to admit it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, no offense to Dave Chappelle, I guarantee Dave Chappelle is in his head. I don't know how to do this, but it's sort of that competition of persecution people get into. Well, no, what happened to you isn't as bad as what happened to me and my people.
Well, that's that bit when he's in the bar where there's the trans woman, the daughter of the woman that he met in the restaurant. That's exactly what that is.
Not a real bit. Didn't happen, Dave.
No.
Didn't happen.
No.
Also,
which
Dave,
I'm fine with. People lie all the time, but I don't.
Yeah, but don't let me catch you. It's one of those things where it's like, it's politicians lie, but their job is never to be caught lying.
Yeah, same with comedians. We lie all the time, but but that was also a bad bit, which as a comedian is like, there's no end to this. There's no fucking punchline. John lies about his age. John lies about his height.
I do.
John lies about all kinds of things.
My race.
You know the one thing that doesn't lie? Oh no!
It does lie.
No. I guess we're truth tellers.
Okay, let's get into it. We got some great things coming in from Baldy. Bigger ego, Chappelle or Gervais? I'm saying Chappelle, but only because Gervais would admit Chappelle is a better comedian than Gervais, and that'd be hard for Gervais to do. But both.
I'm gonna go Gervais because they're fighting. He's fighting the British nature to self-efface and still talking about how he's a genius. Whereas Chappelle comes from the American tradition of self-aggrandizement, and so it comes more naturally. So for Gervais to be that fucking high to even be comparable to Chappelle in terms of egomaniacal behavior means that he is next level shit because it's still being ramped down by his British nature.
Also coming in from Beard Noise, evidently a Netflix employee has fired a trans for speaking out against it. Oh no, Ted, no.
Yeah, it's about to get real bad. Yeah, someone, I mean, I only glimpsed it. I saw it in like a tweet, but apparently they fired an employee for tweeting against Dave Chappelle. And I don't know if it was on their personal account or if it was on their Netflix account. If it's on the Netflix official account, then it's tough because they might have signed a contract that was like no personal messages, only company approved things. So I don't know how that works, but if it was a personal account, it's a fucking wild thing to do.
All right. I'm on the advocate. So this will be definitely on the side of not Dave Chappelle. Netflix has suspended a transgender employee after the employee criticized the decision to release Dave Chappelle's special, The Closer. Released last Tuesday, says he's continued to make joke about LGBTQ people. In the special, announces himself to be Team TERF, comments about women's genitals, and sides with the baby, disparaging people living with HIV. I mean, I don't.
Also,
anyway.
So that DeBaby bit, what's his fucking name? Father figure, Roy Wood Jr. Roy Wood Jr. did that same premise amazingly on Father Figure. So it's also, that's the first time I've ever seen Chappelle try a thing and can immediately think of another comedian that did it better. That's where he's at. I've never had that with Chappelle before. That was fucking wild.
I mean, I had it when he was reading from someone else's book, which you still think it was fine. And for me, I still is.
I'm fine.
I still want to fight him, being like, oh, we can do that. Okay, I'll start reading George Carlin's books then, Dave, you fucking asshole. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, you need to illustrate a point. Aren't you a professional comedian? Therefore, you know how to create your own scenarios to illustrate a point. Oh, no, I just like this. Oh, no, you think you're an intellectual. Don't be an intellectual. It has no
Lawrence,
place in
buddy. It's the wasteland. It's found art.
I want to beat you in the face with a book.
I know. I was trying to think of what thing would make you the most angry. And that was it. That was what
the
I
wasteland is what they'll describe your flesh when I'm done burning it. Someone redeem a Jack Candy. A day after the release, Tara Field, a trans engineer who works for Netflix, laid out why the choice to release the special is harmful and why offended isn't the right word for the backlash. In the thread, Field explains that prompting the kind of ideology and speech can result in real-world consequences, frequently death for trans people. The tweet reads, I work at Netflix. It was her personal account.
Okay.
Yesterday, and she tagged Netflix in it. Which I actually have to say, that's pretty fucking. That's a big move. Going, I own this.
That's an Ashley Manning move.
That is an Ashley Manning move.
It's an Ashley Manning move.
Yeah,
she's naming names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laying all the breadcrumbs out to exactly tell you where to find me, so you can blame me for something where I'm just illustrating the point. Yesterday, we launched another Chappelle special where he attacks the trans community and the very validity of transness, all while trying to pit us against other marginalized groups. You're going to hear a lot of talk about offense. We are not offended. I got to tell you, I don't really know where that trans person is going after Chappelle. I wasn't trying to dead gender the trans person. I was saying Dave Chappelle is being criticized in that tweet. Where was he being criticized in that tweet?
Oh, I think well, it sounded, I mean, I only heard, I didn't read it, but it sounded like the person said this special makes it like more dangerous in the world that's not about offense. Was that part of the article or was that part of the tweet?
Literally the tweet, the tweet was, I work at Netflix. Yesterday we launched another Chappelle special where he attacks the trans community and the very validity of transness, all while trying to pit us against our other marginalized groups. You're going to hear a lot of people talk about offense. We are not offended. So yeah, there's going to be a whole thread to this, I'm sure. But that's the initial tweet that got her suspended.
Did you ever, because especially at the end, right around the turf stuff, it did start to feel rally-ish, the way the audience was reacting.
The whole thing felt very rally-ish. I sat here on Saturday watching it, just sort of like, really?
Yeah.
Like, that's your move, pal?
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, I had the same thing watching the last two Bill Burr specials.
Yeah, it's also that sort of thing of
you're a defensive old man.
Yeah. But this is also where I come down to I feel like comedy should have a defined financial amount you're no longer allowed to do it.
No, I think like rock and roll, people do get bad once they get to that point.
Yeah,
but
that's why I say once you get, I'm going to say 20 million.
What's the number? Okay, 20 million. Is that per year or net?
If you no. Okay. Up to 2 properties paid off.
Okay.
2 vehicles. 10 million cash. You're out. Go fucking invest it. Be a writer. Figure it out.
Yeah. What if they can do? Can they do small rooms but no tours? Can they jump up at new material nights?
Yes, they can. I'm going to allow jumping up at new material nights, but they have to remember that the new material night is someone else's barbecue. So you have to cook using their ingredients. I.e., don't show up at like an weird, funky open mic and be shitty. You have to swim. You have to swim in their pond. You can't try and turn it into a swimming pool. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with that because I think that you can do whatever you want with the stage time you have. But I
completely agree with you. But you know what I'm saying, which is you can't show up and your entire set can't be, well, let me tell you how we do it in the clubs. Because you see that sometimes and that's what I'm saying. You're not allowed to do that.
You can, but enjoy bombing. But I think no, Izzard is nowhere near as good as she used to be. But to be fair, she took 20 years off to run marathons and run for public office and stuff.
No, she didn't. She was doing stand-up all throughout that.
Yeah, but it wasn't her main thing. She wasn't dedicated to it. So that's taking it off. Then you're a hobbyist. You're dipping in.
Yeah.
That's whereas before it was her life, and you could see because those specials are fucking unbelievable. But yeah, the last few, fine at best.
Here's the thing I have to say about.
Has anyone done it? Sorry.
Dressed to Kill is so good, Boomstickery. Machines That Lie, and also the bit about when your granddad calls your grandma, amazing. Wait,
I don't
that's your
remember.
grandma too? Billy Connolly, maybe.
Probably the closest.
Connolly, I'd put Billy Connolly the closest.
Yeah.
Here's one that's going to hurt everyone. No, actually, no. His last two specials were weak. Never
Who's
mind.
that?
I was
Who
going
were you
to say
gonna say?
Louis C.K. pre
Oh,
JOG.
Yeah, even then, Live at the Comedy Store, not great. Very silly, but not great.
See, here's the thing: is I thought Live at the Comedy Store was a great return to form after, because for me it goes here are his like absolutely a big is Jacking Off Aside, Shameless, Chewed Up, Hilarious.
Yep. I think
And
Word
then-
is very good.
And then no one talks about Word being amazing
Yeah.
that was recorded at
Yeah.
Carnegie Hall. And then that's kind of it until Live at the Comedy Store is awesome, but is also a weird power move because he filmed that because Mitzi never passed him and then she lost power and then he could film whatever he wants. I always thought that was fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one where he wore a suit was not great. Billy, Acaster, but
Acaster's at the turning point.
Yeah, he's at that. He's about to be at that financial level. I think Acaster's British comedians again are different than American comedians. I throw this caveat out because the money on TV is so much less.
Yeah,
a certain level of concentration must remain on the stand-up, and also, to be frank, some of the really big comedians in Britain were always kind of mainstream and blah. That's just what that's what people wanted.
Yeah.
And then away we go.
Yeah. Is there anyone else? Yeah, Acaster I'm curious about because like I only just found out that he's in that Cinderella movie.
Sarah Millican, Steve Mooney. I would actually say Sarah Millican is a fucking great point.
Fair enough.
Diamond Geyser, you better be fucking joking. Eliza Schlesinger, how dare you? Because she's more than a comedian. She does jokes about history.
Jesus Christ. I haven't been able to finish a single special. And I wonder sometimes if she's one of those like with Sebastian, I don't get it. And then you said you opened for him and he's a monster. And so like maybe I just have to see him live. But with Eliza, I'm just like, this is hot garbage. Okay, good.
She got us.
Oh, did we die? Did Eliza's people get us?
No, Eliza got us.
Oh no.
No. I will say this. Where is it? Milliken's a fucking great show. Sarah Milliken. Here's another one I'll throw out there, and I'm going to do it now before everyone comes back. Oh, God damn it. Oh, the Fs are really coming in. What the hell?
I mean, this happened yesterday too, and hopefully it'll be back.
Oh, but right fucks off.
Oh, it looks like we're back live.
All right, great. Oh, wait, hang on. It just said Twitch.
There we go. We're
We're
back.
having trouble streaming to Twitch. So maybe we'll keep trying. And if this is Twitch, it seems okay.
We're back. It's fine.
Yeah, but is it your StreamYard got a giant exclamation point by the Twitch thing?
It does, but Twitch is working. So I'm guessing that that's on a delay. Yeah, I'm guessing that that's on a delay and that we're okay now.
All right.
Because they're seeing it. So.
Okay, cool. What was I going to say?
We were talking about how Milliken is a great shout.
Milliken's a great shout. Oh, Beardy Noise's thing about Michael McIntyre. Here's the thing. Michael McIntyre has literally been exactly who he was the whole time. So it's this weird thing of like, yeah, he's always been at that level. Like
But
he
he
kind of
doesn't-
never...
Is he still touring? Like, what is he doing? I haven't heard any stand-up things of Michael McIntyre in years.
But I think he's toured. I think he was in the middle of
Roadshow.
No, dude. I think he while we lived in the UK, he probably played the O2 like 60 times.
Oh shit, really? I guess maybe he just doesn't put up posters because that's how we hear about most tours. So he must sell out immediately, so he just doesn't advertise. He's been making shit TV.
Yeah, I don't think he really had like it's that weird thing. Hang on, I'm looking up for his fucking the Big World Tour.
Okay, fair enough.
242 sold out shows, 20 countries, 8,300.
Wow.
800,000. Yeah, 800,300. A shit, 800,000 fucking tickets sold.
Jesus.
Yeah, an absolute gong load of money.
Wow.
Good God.
Is he still writing new stuff? Has anyone seen him?
He always had.
Dara O'Brien's a good shout. Dara O'Brien's a good shout. I wonder if it's more common in the UK because the fame isn't the same.
The fame isn't the same. More importantly, no one ever calls anyone who becomes famous in Britain genius. I'm even going to throw this out there.
Except Kitson, who disappeared.
Russell Howard has gotten better with this level of fame.
Stuart Lee, who has fallen off.
You think Stuart Lee has fallen off? I haven't seen his most rich content provider. I thought was an absolute delight.
His last two specials left me. There was the carpets one, and I was like, there's some good bits in that, but it didn't really do it for me. And then the one after that also was like, I mean, I think he's amazing. Like I read that book that he released. What was it? The stand-up comedian that's all transcripts of his fucking specials.
That's great.
Unbelievable.
Oh, it's funny. I see what you're saying about Carpet Remnant World. I would say content provider was a nice return to form.
Okay. Maybe after we watch it, I might have been in a bad place. I'm only just now realizing that I spent the last 5 years in the UK like depressed as fuck and miserable. So
No, I had that. I realized that it was the last 2 years. I moved quicker to cure myself of these problems.
You weren't married to someone who was also there. There was nowhere to go.
I mean, I would have looked at her and been like, Get a bindle. We're getting on a boat. And by the way, I was married, and I did the right thing.
No, you were already gone.
That woman.
You were already gone. Oh, do you mean the last 2 years specifically? I thought you meant the last 2 years in the UK.
Oh no, the last 2 years in the UK, I was like, I was aware brutally. Like, it was basically from the moment Brexit was done. I was like, oh, thank fuck, I started on this US visa. Steve Mooney, when this divorce is finalized, all troggies to the front. I will marry all of you. Let's get you out of that fucking shithole country. Oh yeah,
Thanks,
happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, buddy.
Wait, Canadian thanks. I don't trust any old British comedian. Oh, fuck off!
Oh man. What's going on here?
It's the fucking. I think it's a Twitch StreamYard problem.
Well, we picked the right time to take a break. I'll tell you that.
I was just thinking. I was like, what a perfect time to take a break. I want you to know, by the way, as usual, when it comes to things in streaming,
still fine on YouTube. Still working on YouTube.
Hey.
Still working on YouTube. Must be working on Facebook. So anyone watching on there, hello. Thank you so much.
Do you want to just throw in the comment, everyone go to YouTube?
Yeah, that might work. Let me find our page.
I think it's youtube.com/Untitled Twitch.
Are we that big? Do we have our own?
No, we're not there yet. That's the problem.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, for everyone watching on YouTube, thank you for your patience. Switch account. And for anyone watching on Twitch, if you can see us, which I think we're back. Oh, nice. Tet posted it.
Welcome to the antenna.
We can see your comments from YouTube as well. But it won't quite be the same. Well, that sucks. We're back, though. We're back. Everything's back. Cool. Hey, Graham, what's going on? Oh, that's a weird thing. People will probably have their real names on the YouTube thing as opposed to their Twitch ones.
Oh, weird. I don't like that. No one comment on YouTube. I like the. I was still talking on Twitch chat. Oh,
yeah, we can see it there.
Look what happens when Manning leaves. ABD. Right? Yes, oh, look at that. Oh, Radiant user. Oh my, what a What an absolutely maddening time this is.
Yeah, absolutely outrageous. Well, we've only got half an hour left, and then we go on vacation. So we'll do it. Let's talk here and watch on YouTube. Torgreed, you might be a genius.
Watch wherever you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna propose this. I had some time to think about this sort of stuff. I'm gonna move it here so I can't look at the views. When it dips below 20, I get I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it went down to 0. Son of a gun.
It happens all the time. Listen, like it's one of those ones where I'm like, it's not like I haven't performed full hours of comedy for no people. Like I've literally done it to 2 people.
Oh yeah, for sure. I did it for 2 people at a dinner table, not even on stage.
Who are those people? What a you shouldn't have taken.
They were Danish people, and Dave Millett and I had ridden our bikes 45 minutes as part of this festival to go and do. We're 23 now. To go and do a show that only 2 people showed up to, and so we were like, "Well, you seem very nice, and we've ridden here for a long time. We can either do the show or not. It's up to you." And they're like, "Fuck it, go." So we just sat at the table and did it. Dave killed. Dave was Millett. So funny.
Dave Millett is one of those people. He danced so through my life, like just about an 18 month to 2 year span, and then just gone.
Yeah, he's in Halifax now. So if you end up gigging out there, look him up.
No, not looking.
I will. I can't wait to see.
You look him up. There was a level of depression that he and Peter White had that made me want to physically attack both of them. Yeah. Because I've never seen 2 people be like, I am prone to depression now. If you excuse me, I'm going to go into this room marked place to go. Unless you're prone to depression, then you probably shouldn't come because it's going to make your depression worse. I'm going to go in here for a while. And you're like, maybe don't go in there. And they're like, I should though. And you're like, no, I understand.
I'm also going to live with other depressed people in the most depressing house, the second most depressing house in London.
And by the way, we never lived in even close to the most depressing comedian's house in London. No. That was first this house. Bear in mind, Dave Millett didn't have a bed for the first year.
Yeah, slept on a mattress that he hid behind the sofa.
That's right. And he got I remember he got a mattress. I remember I was like, how you doing, man? He's like, I got a mattress a week ago. I think that's why I was depressed. And I was like,
nope.
Yeah, I think it might have helped. And then he was depressed again. It was that. What were some of the crazy stuff that happened in that house? Didn't someone just like never flush the toilet?
The toilet broke a lot. But that was,
there were some real power users.
Yeah, some of the people that lived there were, struggling.
Big, hefty shitters.
Yeah, there was loads were dropped. Been the entire audience more than once. Both times the comic refused the offer of just fucking off to the bar.
I got news for you. That comedian was not me. If I literally always say, I went, you want to go to the bar? We will go to the bar. I will buy a drink. I buy you a drink. I don't care. And they go, nah, just do it. I go, all right.
Yeah, I have now. You came.
I've now also said, which is, but you have to laugh. I would go, it's actually much harder now. So you have to bring positive energy. And also I say you have to turn your phones completely off. Like we have to be in this together. We're on a journey.
Yeah. That's a good shout. I haven't gone that explicit, but that's a good call. I like that.
My career is in a way where I've had to learn to perform for very small but passionate houses. I would say the nicest.
Me too. I've just never thought of being like, turn it off, put it away.
It's one of my many big COVID things that I'm coming back out of like, no, we're going to take this a bit seriously. And also, trust me, listen to me a little bit.
Oh, swapsies.
I don't know why. I accidentally highlighted and then I like this better. Because we're above our 2 guys and it looks like that our necks are spewing in. Wait a minute. I think this is the old background.
It is.
Oh, because Ashley's not here. That makes sense. I don't like what you've done. Oh, now we're streaming, everybody. Hey, let's get Grand Theft. Let's fucking play that fucking what was that game? Yakuza 3 or whatever the fuck it was called?
Yeah. Do you want to play some Grand Theft Auto 5, like the live over the internet thing together? We can go kill some folks, steal a bus.
I like that.
Because I have it on my computer. I can do that.
I do not have it on my computer, but when I get my apartment back, let's do it.
Yeah.
That's the other reason I think I'm tired is this situation would have been so much easier if I just had my apartment, because I could have just, it would have been one of those things where I would have just left my Japanese friend to
wake up early.
And I like, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. But instead, no.
I just didn't sleep last night. I had a big turkey dinner with my dad, and then got home, felt exhausted, and was like, oh, cool, I'll just get an early night. This is perfect. And so I laid down, fell asleep, deep sleep immediately, woke up and everything was dark out. And I was like, oh, this is going to be 4 or 5 in the morning. It had been an hour, a single hour.
Yep.
Woke up at 10:30 p.m. and then was awake until 5:30 in the morning. And then woke up right before my morning stream at like 9:10, I think I woke up. So I'm on about 4 hours sleep of real sleep. So
Are you
not
taking
thriving.
Full vacay, or are you doing the morning streams?
No, I'm gonna keep doing the crosswords. I love the crosswords.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's all very low key. It's very fun. And I took a bunch of time off when I moved, so I'm not quite as.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I didn't think we would end up doing it. It's just made life. It's just one of those things where it's like I'll get concentrate on stand up a bit. I feel like when I'm in the UK, so many streams are going to be done from outside of comedy clubs. I'm just going to have to buy a Wi-Fi booster, and we're just going for it, because I was like, yeah, there's no way. There's just no way. I don't want to not do this for a whole month in December, and I want to do all those gigs. So I'm just going to be like, sweet. And it's like, all right, I'm just like going to buy some nice headphones.
Yeah.
And go for it is my plan.
Yeah, man. It'll be great. We'll have a fucking blast. You can do it in like secret rooms in comedy clubs.
I mean, the problem with I know it'll have to be all outside, because name one comedy club in London where Wi-Fi works.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
There's that's always a real son of a bitch too. When you go ahead.
Did I tell you my phone contract?
No.
It's so good that I got excited about it. £23 a month, because I was like, it's just so much cheaper to keep my UK phone for now, and I don't know where I'm going to be, so I get a BC phone if I'm going to end up in Quebec or Ontario.
Hilarious.
And £23 a month, so that's what, like 33 bucks, and 100 gigabytes. I don't think it's possible to use that.
Mine is 5G unlimited.
Nice.
In the world.
Oh, perfect. That's amazing. Then yeah, you'll stream like a fucking maniac.
No, pardon me. Unlimited 5G in the USA. I think it's like 100 gigabytes in the UK. And
still incredible.
But the crazy thing is free calls.
Yeah, I have
free
the same.
text.
Yeah,
anywhere in the world.
Oh, nice. I don't have anywhere in the world. I've got Canada and the States. And I think Europe for now, but I think that'll go.
Oh, that'll go. Can we talk about, by the way, Brexit has fucked them, and they are just not acknowledging that they're fucked.
Oh, yeah. Well, we talked about that the other day. They're just, they're not going to acknowledge it for 20 years. And even then, they'll talk about the brave ways in which people defended their petrol stations.
I don't think they're going to be here in 20 years.
What do you think they're going to be?
England is going to be the new Greece.
Yeah.
Like, this is what they're going to literally say about England. Wait, it used to be an empire? And be like, yeah. Why the fuck are we not rioting? Exactly.
Yeah. No, it's fucking wild. I tweeted that right as Brexit happened. I said there's something ironic that the British Empire was based on the Roman one, and now it's going to end up like modern Italy. That's a fun full circle moment.
Here's why that tweet got no traction.
It was worded much better.
The amount of knowledge
3 years ago.
The amount of knowledge people would have had to understand that tweet, they would have been like, whatever.
You know who liked it? Paul Duncan McGarity.
Of course. Oh
Yeah,
my
and
God,
I think
that tweet's
and I think
from-
Pierre Novelli. That was the two that I got.
I'm not surprised. Both of those men. What a mainstream witticism. They were both heard to remark. Okay, you have to have consensual, passionate sex with Pierre Novelli or Paul Duncan McGarity. Which one do you choose and why? I choose Paul Duncan McGarity because Pierre and I look sort of similar. And I think if someone walked in, they wouldn't be sure if two brothers were fucking, and that would be scarring for them.
I choose Pierre because he's always reminded me of Baloo from the Jungle Book, and I find that very calming. And you know, that's I've never slept with a man before, so I think that any calming influence would be very welcome.
I see your point. Let me just raise another reason why your first man being Paul Duncan McGarity would be great. He would explain some sort of historical importance to the room we were about to have weird, confused, straight man gay sex. And then he'd probably be like, actually, there was a historical precedent for this. Many generals of like the Byzantine army would have sex counter to their sexuality as a mind cleansing exercise. And you'd be like, I'm learning and I'm putting myself in a sexually adventurous position.
And while you're thinking that, he's already inside you. He's
right.
made you so at peace and so comfortable. He's entered you, and you're thinking, man, I'm really learning a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Tiger makes the great quote. Why not both? Bearded Noise coming in with Chris, secretly furry bets. And Boomstickeries, let's get Spartan on each other's arseholes.
That's his way of saying he doesn't use lube.
Or he uses a lot of it, and it's very sticky.
It's chili lube. Spartans must suffer. Baloo, okay, for real, Diamond Geyser, you will never not see Pierre as Baloo again. Every time you see him.
You've said this to me before, and it is true. Let me ask you this, but let's go back to Dave Millett. How did you meet Dave Millett?
I met Dave at a terrible open mic, a Jester's open mic at the Pear Tree.
Oh, yeah,
in Farringdon. And
of course,
a comic from Montreal that you know, that I know, that Dave also knows. I'll put his name in the private chat because I don't want to name him because I'm about to say mean things about him.
Please feel free. You could say so many weird things about that weird man.
He's a weird dude. Always been nice to me. Gave me a bunch of stage time when I was brand new. So he was like, "Oh, you're going to England? I know this guy Dave who's out there. I'll put you in touch." And so he sent us a joint message on Facebook, just being like, "Hey guys, you're a couple funny guys. You're both going to be in England. You should hang out." And then neither of us answered. And about 3 months later, I met Dave at an open mic. We got along immediately. And then we were like, "So why didn't you answer that?" And we both had the same reason. It was because that guy had recommended it, and he's so deeply unfunny that we were like, "Well, I do not trust whoever the fuck he set me up with. I'm not
that guy.
It's going to be another him."
I mean, I told you about the tour I went on with that guy and a couple of other people I'm now going to put in the private chat. I want you all to watch Chris's face as these get put in the private chat one after the other. I am not putting the only reason I'm not sharing these names is one of them is very annoying and another one is very annoying, and they will have found this somehow and will reach out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right. Everyone watch Chris's face so it's that guy you got in the private chat.
I'm already guessing names. I'm really curious.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Who do we got? Oh, yeah. I've got some weird stories about that guy.
Like his wife claiming that other woman gave him chlamydia. I'll never forget that story.
Jesus Christ. Oh, I guess him. In my mind, I was like, the way you were describing it, like, for sure. Ugh. Oh, and he's a weird one because, like, I like him, but he's not. I wouldn't want to tour with him.
No, he forgot to rent a van. He just showed up and he was like, "You're supposed to rent a van," and he was like, "I didn't though."
Yeah, he's an odd cat. He's a very odd cat.
Yeah, the main guy,
Mhm.
this guy, the guy that you were talking about.
Yeah.
That guy did 180 from Montreal to Moncton because we were 5 hours late leaving because of George not getting a rental van. And so I did a tour with them of the Maritimes. I'll never forget the day where they were like, "You need to close," and I've been doing comedy for what year was that? That was 2008.
Yep.
I had been doing comedy for less than 2 years.
Yeah, but everyone on that is either unreliable or terrible.
Okay, but I want you to know. So
Because I
that
would argue
guy,
that the last one is pretty good, or had his moments. I've seen him be very good,
Okay,
whereas the rest of them are terrible.
so the top name, bear in mind, has been a comedian for 30 years.
Fuck you, 30 years?
Oh, I don't know how that happened, but literally I almost just ended the broadcast. I don't know how that happened. I came so close to just ending the broadcast. Yeah, he's been a comedian for 30 years. Chris, Mike Mayo. I don't know if he's still doing comedy.
Yeah, we've talked about Mike.
Mike Mayo's been doing comedy for 20 years.
Absolutely nuts. But he stops for a couple of years in between, but he's still fucking terrible. There's this stream, please note, if the hosts like an act, they'll figure out if they'd fuck them. If the acts are dicks, their names won't even be said aloud, lest the function is a summoning incantation.
100%.
Yep. We just don't need these people in our lives anymore. We had them. It was an interesting time.
Of everyone in the chat, I know what you do on a professional level. Don't act like you don't have a private chat going at all times in your head for the variety of people that did at and aren't welcome back at after going You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm fucking saying? And that's just Tom Tuck.
Oh, who gigged with Richard Wright today?
That's fun.
Yeah, it was lovely. Richard came into my my crossword stream, and he said he was setting up Pegasus Comedy, and it was Tom Tuck and Alexander Bennett and a couple other nice folks doing his show. It's very sweet.
Richard Wright, if you are here, if not, someone get in contact. This is a new thing I've invented called stream mailing. It's like email, but for streaming. Richard Wright, I will do Pegasus Comedy when I am in London.
Yeah,
I will do Pegasus Comedy. I will absolutely. Yeah, fuck you. I want it noted that they both didn't appear in the chat, and I guessed what was happening was Diamond Geyser had to go get Tom Tuck, tell him what I said. They both went back to the TV. We're here now.
No. Hey, Tucker. Good old Tucker Carlson.
Hey, how about this, Tom? I have not voted this. Chris can veto it. If you agree to do all of the streams between now and when we start again, should Tom Tuck be our vacation replacement show? And he can do whatever he wants.
So one man Tuck 9 days?
One man, one Tuck, one mountain goat singing a thought. Tom?
Fully into that. But he has to do every day. He has to do every day that we would be broadcasting.
You have to do every day, only if he wears a wig.
No, he can wear whatever he wants. I'm sure
you'll get whatever you want.
You'll get some great skirts. It'll be all over the place.
Yeah.
There'll be costumes. If he wants to do every day, no problem with that.
Yeah, every day. So you start tomorrow, 10 p.m. UK time.
Yeah, guest residency.
What do you say? Also, a Tuck for all seasons, a UTS choice. I mean, I like this very much.
Love that. Hey, Twitches.
Diamond Geyser also has to agree because I assume at some point, what are the dates? Tomorrow until the 20th of October with Friday and Saturday off.
So it'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Break. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Will all of this be filmed with his phone on the floor?
That's a guarantee.
There is only one. I mean, I'm doing this laid down on a sofa, so let's not throw stones from glass stones. ACMS, tuck us in a UTS special.
Oh, I'm loving these, Tuck. You got to do it for the names, if nothing else.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you can do whatever you want for the street, but you have to do minimum 90 minutes. because
All
that's
of
what we
those days.
do. That's the show. It's a minimum 90 minutes every day that we would normally be broadcasting. You can fill it with it. You can have your own guests. You can have you could do Mountain Goats for an hour and a half. You could play Magic the Gathering. You can do whatever you want.
You could cook meat and call it Meaty Tuck. It could be a cooking stream coming in from Beardy Noise.
Very nice. Tuck in your meat.
Coming in from Tiger. The phone can be on the floor. Anything you want.
Ted, this is all unpaid. Don't you worry.
No.
This is an internship.
It's
good exposure.
Tor Greed says, tuck in is the pub special, of course. Boom Stickery just wrote Friar Tuck, which
I love it. But Friar, it's not like Friar. It's like Friar. It's like a cooking show. Like Friar Tuck.
Yeah.
That's great.
UTS presents Monster Tuck Rally 2021. Sometimes switches. It's just him trying to put his legs behind his head, and we'll be entranced watching him. At Turley God. Mr. Steve Mooney coming in with Tuck You and educational stream. Can't do tomorrow or next Monday. Can you find someone to replace you for tomorrow?
Yeah, if you can find a replacement.
Yeah. It's if anything, it's very irresponsible. He hadn't thought to do this earlier.
I know. I can't, all you're doing is sitting in your living room watching us on a TV.
Yeah.
Oh, tuckered out. It's just you sleeping.
Oh, I would watch that.
Oh, how sweet would that be?
I feel like
well, Tuck, if you want to do a guest stream, send us a message. I think we can figure something out.
That would be very fun. Yeah, why didn't we? Okay, we're not going to have time to do this for this one, but next time we should just have guest hosts. That's so funny.
Yeah. Mary Elaine might want to come out. We could.
Oh my God, Mary Elaine and Tom Tuck.
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff.
Tuck Up. It's a makeup tutorial.
Oh, I love it.
Coming in from Kimmers B or coming in from Boom Stickery. What the tuck? What the decook? Famous tucks of history.
What about Tim?
Oh my God! Why don't Tim and Tom do it?
That would be pretty fucking great.
What stream was it where he went to Shed World?
Oh, that was a mega stream because he was supposed to open it and then he showed up right at the end.
Which was that the troll stream where he showed up at the end?
Love this. To Cuck, like the brand for Cuck. I can't remember. The stream will know. When did he show up? Was that the scam stream? Was it an election? Was it the Scottish election?
It wasn't the Scottish election. I enjoyed the Scottish election stream.
That was a fun stream.
It served no purpose whatsoever.
No, at all. We didn't know anything.
We also did so much, because early on
we
did
did Houses of Parliament in my background.
Oh, it's great. We had because we did the full WrestleMania streams, which and bear in mind, I don't think we watched one match.
No, I had like an eye on it, but we didn't. There was no play-by-play. There was no following up. It was just like, oh, this happened in the last half hour. Same for the Scottish election. There were no results to be known. Love that. The Canadian one would have been so short. We should have done a 20-minute Canadian election stream because
oh my God,
as soon as they get through Ontario and it's over, that's hilarious.
That one was so crazy because they're like, we're going to be here all night. No.
It's over. Yeah.
$600 million for two parties to gain a cumulative of 5 seats.
Crazy. To cuck or not to cuck?
Tom decides which
celebrities he would indulge in their cuckolding fetish. This is good stuff.
Oh, I want to watch
this
that
good
show.
Stuff.
Can we,
All
Tom?
Right, Tuck, get in touch with the day that you want to do, and we'll tell everyone to be ready for a Tom Tuck Halloween special.
Yeah, but bear in mind, we're not helping anything.
No, we can't do anything because we're on vacation.
All we can do is get you into. You'll have access to our StreamYard, so you can stream from here.
Yeah, but that's it.
That's it.
And that'll be through John because I don't have that access because it's got to be through his email.
And I will be in Dubai, so there will be time change.
But I love this. I think that this is a wonderful idea, and I'm annoyed that we didn't think of it before.
Oh my God, because it would have been so fucking easy.
Just hand it
Just
over. Here you go.
Yeah.
Shit.
Well,
Ah, well.
2 streams, 1 tuck. Tuck in the middle with you. Sync up your TV. Get live commentary of Tom watching the sitcom. The Middle. Malcolm in the Middle. Very fun.
Ooh, I like that. So you're going to be. Oh, sorry.
From my POV, this is very Wonka weird. You guys are just talking to my flatmate through the telly. Oh my God, Crook Tuck. Tom commits crimes. Can we do Crook Tuck, please? But like only weird British laws you're not supposed to break. Oh, I love Crook Tuck.
Can you just run a single like goose across the London Bridge?
Hang on, weird laws in London. Because London got so
perfect for that. Because he knows.
Right.
Yeah, punch a swan.
Okay, when a whale or sturgeon becomes beached, it must be offered up to the reigning monarch. This is one that Tom could actually do. It is illegal in Britain to be found drunk in the pub. Ever since 1839, it has been against the law to be inebriated whilst on licensed premises. It is illegal.
How's that going?
Not well. You tucking on my titties like you wanting me, calling me. Tom just impersonates Peaches for 90 minutes. Again, another fucking winner. You could call Tuck Specials as just Tuck at 10 coming in from Kimber's B.
I like that the chat, I think, has stopped listening to us and is now just thinking up Tuck puns, and I'm for it. I'm 100% down with that.
There are so many laws that he could absolutely break. In the Metropolitan Police District, it is illegal to carry a plank of wood along the pavement. That is, by the way, all of Greater London, excluding the City of London.
Jesus, why not the city?
Because fuck them. It is illegal to handle a salmon and look suspicious.
Oh, does it define suspicious?
It does not. And I'll tell you who could be suspicious. Are you ready?
Who?
Are you ready?
Oh.
The Stream Zone Thespian. That's Tom Tuck right there.
Oh, shit. You're right. He is suspicious.
I still think the greatest one. I still love Tuck at 10, but I like even more tucking on my titties like you wanting me, calling me.
Incredible
Come
stuff.
on.
Incredible stuff.
Come on now.
That's very good. By the way, we're going to need a sum up from someone of the stream.
That's
for the
right.
Podcast. So if anyone wants to sum up what we did in the episode, we'll take the best one and we'll use it as the description in today's podcast. Tuck the pain away. Absolutely fantastic.
I mean, what about Tuck the Magic Dragon? Tuck takes LSD coming in from Boopsickery. Or El Cheapo, Tuck Busters. I'll take a pee, please, Tom. I don't even get that.
Nope, me neither.
Blockbusters. It's
okay. Tucking my titties like
you wanted me, telling me. Oh God, I love Peaches. Tom could walk down a road with a cow. That's illegal.
Just with one? Just cow friend? What? So many
The Metropolitan Police Act of 1839 also says that it's breaking the law to knock on someone's front door and run away.
Nicky Nine Doors against the law?
I mean, of course, Britain would fucking. It is illegal. It is not
knockdown ginger,
permitted.
which is a hate crime.
What do they call it?
They call it knockdown ginger.
What are you talking about?
That's what they call Nicky Nine Door. It's knockdown.
They call it knockdown ginger. Why do they call it knockdown ginger?
I don't know. I'm guessing that they ring the bell and then they knock down a ginger kid so that he has to take the blame.
I mean, all that
while everyone else escapes.
Knockabelly is what?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh God. No, it's Knock-a-Door Dash. Yeah, coming in for
run. Postman's knock. Nick knocking. Excellent. Love it.
What? We call it Chicken Nelly in Scotland. What do you do? Knock a door run. So literal, so unnecessary.
Ding dong ditch. I like that.
Oh, this is a great one. There's a law that prohibits the act of gambling in any British public library.
I love that. I love that, and I want to fight it.
Can we? Next time we're all in England, we're holding a poker tournament inside a library, the UTS poker tournament.
And we're just betting library books, so they'll never.
This is one Tom could do. It is illegal to be drunk and be in charge of cattle in England and Wales.
Oh, specifically Wales, though. They just put England on just to make them feel better about it. Did you know it's illegal for your dog to mate with the Queen's dog?
One of those ugly fucking corgis?
Yeah, can't do it.
Good.
You can't besmirch the royal dog line. That is a crime.
I can't believe I waited until 5 minutes left. No flat Kyos and the flat guys. Diamond Geyser, stop trying to fucking produce the show. All right? You guys denied us a Batman bed, which in some way led to Paul Byrne being denied a Batman bed. There go, you guys do not like fun. Also,
that being said, come on the stream.
Tom Turley God. Okay, so today I had to go get a bunch of documents printed out at Staples.
Yeah.
And I just put on pants and ran out of the house because I just got to go get this done.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not check the trousers I was wearing, nor am I wearing underwear. Usually free ball it in the summer months, and I live in California, so those months are until about January.
Nice.
And I didn't realize big hole in the ass. So I have just right where the crack is. So I just been walking around with my ass out.
Wow.
All day. Luckily, though, top of the ass, the cleanest part.
Oh, okay. So you just had plumber ass.
That's right. But it's like I have a window to show everyone my plumber ass.
That's one of my favorite Tom Ward bits. Is he talks about he's like people think that we're better into boobs or butts, but basically we're just looking for any window that you're willing to show us. Oh, knees this year? Knees are fine, absolutely. Tummies, yes, thank you. Breasts. It's just that the window moves around. I love that idea. It's very silly.
I always liked it when Tom Ward was a promoter for a nightclub, because he would go and do gigs, and then you just see him as you're walking home, and you'd be like, "What are you?" And you'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're working now." And he's like, "I'm working now," and you're like,
"Oh." Promoter flyering or running nightclub nights?
No, like flyering.
Oh.
In those last days of flyering in Covent Garden and Leicester Square, before flyering, people just stopped doing it and completely relied on social media. Like, you remember when you couldn't walk between Piccadilly Circus and Covent Garden without a guy in a Top Secret t-shirt going Top Secret Comedy Club?
Or 99? Or
99.
Or Inky Jones?
I mean, do you think Inky Jones... What was Inky Jones's club called?
London Comedy Club HBO special?
Chris? Oh, there you go. Hang on, I'm looking up if that survived comedy. Or if that survived COVID. I bet you it did. I bet you it fucking did.
Oh, he'll definitely find a new home for it. Like, he doesn't give a shit. It's not tied to anything but his desires.
No, he just Inky Jones. Oh my god, I didn't know any of this. Inky Jones, the comedian who runs what is largely considered to be the worst comedy club in London, has lost a $3.5 million case against the taxman, Chortle can reveal. HMRC served a bankruptcy petition against the comedian, who is also known as Daniel Peters, for that sum in June 2017. The comic and promoter had appealed against the assessment of how much back tax he owed following an inquiry into his self-assessment returns, but made his case too late.
Wow.
Initial tribunal threw out his attempts to have the challenge accepted after the deadline, and the decision has been upheld in a second tribunal. Oh my fucking god.
Shit. Just so you don't feel bad from chat, he defrauded audience members and then didn't pay comedians and just took mountains of cash away from these shows. So
his website continues to claim misleading testimonies. For example, it carries the Chortle logo and the quote sheer bliss. We've never been to his show, and the only time we've ever used that phrase is in a 10-year-old review of Lynn Ruth Miller at the Edinburgh Fringe, when we spoke about how she was evidently performing for the sheer bliss of proud self-expression. Sure. In the real review of the night Jones runs, Paul Fleckney wrote on London is Funny that it was a joyous and soulless, with a few desperate souls being paraded about while the bloke out back hoovers up all the cash. Oh, God.
Yeah, dude, sucks.
Do you think that guy should have paid a tax bill of $3.5 million, though? That's so fucking much.
That's so much. But he was running like a couple shows a night, 400 people, 30 pounds a head, not paying any comedians for years.
That's true. Just coming from being so you basically wearing a jock strap? Yeah. Let me ask you this last question though: was it full when you played it? Because bear in mind, everyone, Chris is an alumnus of this comedy club.
Yeah, Dave Millett and I did it on the same night, and we had to sit down afterwards and have like a full conversation about we need this kind of stage time, but is this who we want to be associated with while we get it? And we both decided that it wasn't, and so we stopped doing it. But it was a hard choice because we were doing London open mics. There was no one. We were gigging to fucking other comics.
Oh God,
so
you were
to be able to gig to 300 people was amazing.
Yes. I still always feel weird about your time in London open mics because I feel like I told you enough times that there was another option, which was just start trying at better shows.
Yeah.
But I feel like you had to go through that.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Well, I was just, I needed to find it for myself. I was just very much of like, no, I'm sure that there's a quality that I'm not up to yet. And I'm an idiot, but live and learn.
Fine. Yeah. I wasn't saying go be famous. I was saying come play, highlight, and make what you'd make on a bar shift in a weekend.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, it wasn't like you weren't saying like, and I'm not saying that I would have exploded, but I was at the minimum level for being able to do those clubs.
Yeah, you weren't. It wasn't shocking that you would appear there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's an hour and a half. John, you're going to be in Dubai for the next 10 days, I think.
That's right. Everyone go buy my album.
Enjoy it. How are you going to enjoy it? You going to be by the pool? You going to eat? I bet they don't have buffets. I wonder how you're going to eat.
Because they have.
Every meal that I ate, there was a buffet. And I went right like 3 weeks before COVID.
I guarantee it's all still buffets.
Well, let's see. I don't know if it can be. I'm very curious.
I'm coming from America. You have to understand. Buffets are back here, baby.
Oh shit! All right, fair enough. Well, enjoy.
Like I'm coming from America, where like we beat COVID in April of 2020, according to some people.
Ah, gotcha. You're gonna have a blast at the shows, though. Crowds are great.
Are they great? I haven't played for these crowds.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fun. I mean, they were pre-pandemic. I don't know how many people left and came back and what it was, but they were just up for a good time. They were very fun.
All right, great.
Yeah.
Don't get breakthrough COVID, John. I will try not to get breakthrough COVID. I feel like I've been to New York and Toronto at this point. I think my vaccine's holding.
Yeah, you should be fine.
I also think, looking back, I had COVID in February of 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just remember being so tired and sick for a week. And I remember eating pizza and dousing it in hot sauce a bunch of times to just
feel something.
Just popping your toes in through all the hot spots. Yeah, that's right, Patty Pad Man. Yeah, because they're like, there's no way that COVID wasn't in North America. Like they're like, it was in North America in December of 2019.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I still can't believe I didn't get it in Dubai. People were nasty.
Yeah, here's my question. Did you go because people always talk about like, oh, let's go to the nightclubs in Dubai. I'm doing none of that.
No, I went to like 2 of the after show parties, but they were both in bars. One was poolside. And so I just sat with, I went with Karen Bailey and Tez Ilias. And I just sat with Karen or like a couple of people from the show, had a couple beers, and then went up to my room. But when it was like I was like, no, I have no interest in this. I'm in my late 30s.
My other main thing is I'm in a really, I still am not over, I have a hotel room. Like, what are you going to do? I'm going to be like, I'm going to go be naked on my hotel room bed and put the air conditioning on so low.
Oh, you know what I recommend? If you're still, I mean, they might be at different hotels now, but the first hotel that we stayed at when I was there, they asked if I wanted a smoking or non-smoking room. I know you quit. Take that smoking room for a day.
No.
There's a balcony. It's beautiful. Just buy a bottle of whiskey, have a little ashtray, and just sit on your balcony and smoke outside. It was the most.
No.
Oh God, it felt so good.
I'm not starting
It felt
smoking
so
again.
good.
I
Just
know
for
it's-
one day, then just turn it off. That's how addiction works, right? Just one day, and then you
Well,
just stop
yeah, but
again.
I wasn't like, I smoked. I was a real smoker. I say this to a lot of people that smoke allegedly.
Yeah.
You are not smoker. I was the last of the great smokers. How much were you all
Congratulations.
smoking? How much were you all smoking? Because I got news for you. We're not smoking as much. Like looking back.
And that means that you've got more control. It's just one day.
No,
it's just one
I
day.
do not have.
You'll be fine. It's just one day.
I do have to say this though. I did totally Google. I'm not going to look for weed in Dubai at all. But that doesn't mean that I immediately went, I'm pretty smart. And I had like a millisecond of like, can't be that bad. And I'm like, let me bring up some good stories on Reddit of what had happened. And there was a guy like, hey, I'm moving to Dubai. Where do I get weed? And there were like 80 comments where it was like, do not do that.
Nope.
So funny. John was a 1980 smoker. Yes, I was Patty Padman. Patty Padman knew Patty Padman saw me smoking all the time.
I think it's very sweet how the chat is standing up for you.
Smart. Richard Wright, perfect timing.
Oh, how was your show, bud?
Can we book Pegasus Comedy right here? I want to do it. All right.
You heard it here first, folks. If you're in London, check out John Hastings at the excellent Pegasus Comedy run by Richard Wright.
Here's my question, Chris. Do you have anything you want to plug?
No, not really. I mean, everyone here knows about all my shit. Like, I got my podcast. I'm not doing anything new. I'm basically just getting ready for my album recording. So, again, if you're in Victoria, come on down.
Your ass.
I mean, that's an off-stream thing. That's for me. Oh, thanks, Tiger.
So Greg and Tom smashed it. Yes, mate, if you want, you're always welcome. Message me, bro. You know how to do it. Also, can we look into buying Comedy Bin again, Richard? That was I really enjoyed that saga, and I am willing to give you some money. Can the UTS? Because I don't. Decarp has stopped coming to these streams, so I don't know if the
Where's he been? I hope he's okay.
He's got like 1 billion kids.
That's true. He has a whole life, doesn't he?
Yeah, he can't be here watching this nonsense. All right. He turned me down flat. Damn.
Oh, we'll sweeten the deal.
You're cutting into precious nap time.
All right. Have a fucking great trip, buddy.
I will, buddy. I will see you when I'm back. I'll see you all when I'm back. And yeah, listen to my albums. I'll keep putting clips on Instagram of stand-up. Go there. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Raid message.
Basically, we can only raid Fox Comedy over and over again because no one else is on.
Can we? How about this? Does anyone in the chat have someone they want us to raid, a streamer that they watch? I like that because I like that like the chat are more active on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are. So give us someone that's on right now that you would like us to raid. And the raid message, by the way, is tucking on my tits.
No.
Yes. Yes, it is. Tucking on my tits, wanting me, calling me.
All the time.
Going to the baseball diamond, getting drunk.
I think that that's an easy way to get everyone banned from a new channel. If we're going to Fox, tucking on my titties. But if it's a stranger,
who's
I want to fuck these people up. I do not know who Cressups is. Who's Cressups?
Boomstickery. Who's Cressups?
I kind of like going to Fox all the time, though. It's like going to the bar after all the shows, and everyone just shows up there. You know.
Whatever you want, buddy. I mean, MZ's on Cressup.
Oh, I don't have MZ. We can rate MZ if you want. I guess we're not following her yet.
Yeah, let's do MZ.
All right, cool.
I think that one we can do tucking on my titties.
She doesn't know who we are.
Oh, raid message then is it's John and Chris.
How do you spell it?
MEMMZY.
EMM said why. Oh, MZ plays. There it is. Cool. All right, starting the raid. Enjoy our time off. Look out for tuck material. He'll be tucking on your titties.
Tucking on my titties, making you wanting me, calling me.
Have a great time. We will see you guys soon. We're rating MZ plays. Have a great week. I'll still be doing my crosswords if you want to come through. I'll also be playing some games since I don't have a second stream to run to. So let's all enjoy that. But for now, here's an old lady talking about sex. Bye.
That's all. Penis into her vagina. That's all. That's all. And that's called sexual intercourse. Some people call it having sex. So the man passes the sperm to the woman, and now his sperm is in her. Maybe you're wondering if a mistake could be made when having sexual intercourse. That can't happen.